Hey, good morning from the office. I'm your host, BKP. We're North Georgia's only live online morning show. Sorry about that. 8:03 this morning, a couple minutes behind there, trying to get something taken care of technically on the computer. So we hope everybody's doing well. I'll tell you what, that storm yesterday and the rain and dark clouds this morning, just be careful out there. It's days like this where trees start to fall, so be careful out there. I got in a downpour yesterday. I don't remember driving in one like that in a long time. So, yes, I'm acting BKP. Like, you know, the President of the United States of America has so many in the deep state media nervous because he has all these acting heads of departments, secretaries, acting secretaries. They're just acting. So I'm going to tell you the truth. After last night's Virginia win over Texas Tech and it being midnight and getting up this morning, I am sincerely just acting the part this morning. I enjoyed that game so much. Let's tell people how they can contact the show, Josh. First of all, right there is the phone number, the email address, and all the ways you can follow us on social media. But yes, did you enjoy the Virginia Texas Tech game? I kindly felt all the way through, and especially right there at the end, and yes, when it went into overtime. Virginia had their last three games, if I remember right, Josh, their last three games are at the buzzer, especially in last night in regulation, that three-pointer in the corner that tied the game. That was a nice pass over there. I forget the guy's name. But anyhow, in the corner that tied the game. Josh, let's get started. But before we do, I want to, something you brought up on the sports show yesterday. Do you have can you tell me the actual on this? Let me pull it up real quick here. Give me number. Josh was talking about this yesterday on our sports show. Give me number 21. Tell me what the record he set yesterday, Josh. You brought it up yesterday. Yesterday he set the record.
Yeah, yesterday Chris Davis set the record for most hitless at bats. I believe he's now at 49.
And isn't he like 167 million, or isn't he like in his second year of a 7-year
161 million, I believe.
161 million, second year of 161 million out of 7 years. Wow.
Yeah. He had an incredible year that led to the contract, and then he just forgot how to hit.
Yeah, that's what always concerns me. That's actually one of the reasons these massive contracts, they have incredible years. And then the next thing you know, they start doing commercials and they're not showing up for practice or whatever. But there's a record you don't want to beat this morning. Now, let me ask you a question. All right, so give me number 2. This guy is out. U.S. Secret Service Director. By the way, I blew because I'm exhausted. I blew my opening line. Did you watch yesterday's episode of The Apprentice with Donald Trump? I mean, he recorded he must be going out of town. He fired 3-4 people. He recorded 3-4 episodes at once so he can go out of town or something and end the season. Oh, man. Yesterday, he tells this guy, Randolph Alles, the Secret Service Director. Now, this is absolutely wrong out there, but the first time yesterday afternoon, okay, somebody posted that this guy had been fired. So I go to check it out, and this is maybe one of the first pictures, or that I was able to see, that this is the first picture I saw, and first thing I said is, "Oh my God, there's Dumbo." I know it's wrong. So I don't know anything of what the president. I did not realize that the president had called him Dumbo. Go to number 3. All right? And I know we want to have a serious conversation, okay? You're going to bring it? Okay. Okay. There we go. The president even made fun of director's look, calling him Dumbo because of his ears. Now, I said that, I did not know his code name was Dumbo, but the first thing when I went yesterday, I saw the picture of this guy, I said, oh my God, there's Dumbo. All right, let's come back to me. Anyhow, okay, now let's go to number 11. Really quick, we're going to go somewhere with this today. Reports Trump plans more ousters at Department of Homeland Security. Now, let's keep in mind out there, folks. We're going to get serious here. Dumbo's been fired. All right, the circus must go on. But keep in mind, Homeland Security and Homeland Security was created after 9/11. It's another behemoth of a bureaucracy that was created. A lot of people, you got Rand Paul and several people, did not agree with George W. Bush and Tom Ridge from Pennsylvania, former governor of Pennsylvania, in creating this department. Okay, when they did, they felt we could protect the homeland without this another layer of government. And this layer of government seems to be going into President Trump on a daily basis and telling him what he cannot do. You can't do that, Mr. President. You can't do that, Mr. President. You can't do that, Mr. President. Well, what the hell can I do? Can't do that. Can't do that. Okay? And, well, I want to do this. We can't follow that, Mr. President. That's against the law. We'll be breaking the law, Mr. President. It's like everywhere the guy turns around, Department of Homeland Security, you can't do this, you can't do that. You find it interesting. Don't you find it interesting that we have all these departments that say they're following the law? Now listen to me close. We have all these departments saying we're following the law. We have courts ruling against us, ourselves, our president, courts ruling against our president. The people that work in these agencies saying they cannot follow directive because it breaks the law. The President of the United States, everything he wants to do, he's told he cannot do it because it breaks the law. But somehow, have you noticed that all the laws that we have to uphold in this country, immigration, breaking the law, crossing our borders, just not one of them. It's just not, those laws are made to be broken. You remember that? You ever hear that? The laws, we have to abide by all of these laws. And then the courts shut us down. But the one law that was made to be broken is immigration. They break the law, we have to follow it. Trump plans more. There's Claire Grady, acting deputy secretary. Now, she is McCallaghan, whatever his name is, the acting secretary of Department of Homeland Security. The way Homeland Security is written, this is the deputy secretary. She would have to go so he can move into the position because it is set up. Department of Homeland Security is set up for you to what would it be called? But next in line. I'm looking for a word and I've lost it here. A little exhausted from that basketball. Next in line. Okay, so she, by the rules of the Department of Homeland Security, she would be next for director, and President Trump said no. So she's going to be out so he can be in. Lee Sisina, Director of the United States Citizenship and Immigration Services, he's going to be out. Our understanding is this is what's being reported. And John Mitnick, General Counsel 2 in Homeland Security, is supposedly going to be out. Now, yesterday, I brought this up, and we will get into this a little further in the show. And we're going to talk about Bob Barr. I think I sent you this twice, and I'm sorry if I did. But give me number one. Now, first of all, if Republicans do anything at all where anyone Jewish is concerned, there's a media outrage. There's a media outrage anti-Semitic, okay? Right? It is. It doesn't matter what it is, okay? Trump sent out something that looked like it replicated the Star of David. Anti-Semitic, all right? Everything and every time you turn around, Democrats yell, Republicans, anti-Semitic. Where is the outrage of what the media is doing to this fine young man, this fine young Jewish boy, Stephen Miller? Now, I call him, now somebody said yesterday the Defamation League, is that what it is? But I call him the little Jew. I tell you what, this 33-year-old fine little Jewish young guy, look at the picture, folks. Bannon, what did I tell you on the show? The media is going nuts. They are Jew bashing this morning. The guy's Jewish. Why are you looking at me? I always get so angry when you look at me like I have said something so bad. Turn on CNN, ABC, NBC, MSNBC, Joe and Minka. They are Jew bashing this little guy like you would not believe. I watched it. All right? They're Jew haters. They hate the little Jew. Get mad at me. I don't care. Watch. I got proof. They hate this young man. I like Stephen Miller. You know I do. Look at the picture. Bannon, gone. Now this is how far back. This is why I wanted you to see this one. Stephen Miller gains power over immigration policy. Look who's in the picture. Flynn. Now, if memory serves me right, General Michael Flynn, which should get a pardon, okay, by the President of the United States, and I would love to see him back in the White House with the President of the United States myself. Flynn is in this picture. What was he in the administration? 23 days? I mean, did Flynn 23 days? Bannon, gone. Michael Flynn, gone. Reince Priebus, gone. General John Kelly, gone. Mike Pence, the vice president, so he has to stay, right? Mike's VP, he stays. He's in the picture. Jared Kushner there between Priebus and Flynn is Jared Kushner there is Donald Trump's son-in-law, so he's got to stay, right? And there is Stephen Miller, that fine young Jewish fella. What did I tell you on this show yesterday? Didn't I? We're always a day ahead. I'm telling you, I mean, for a small little network that we don't have big staff to do all kinds of research, we see this stuff down the road. I told you yesterday, I highlighted him before anybody else. Number 4. Okay? There's 2 things going on this morning. Stephen Miller and family separation. Oh my God, family separation. All right? You know, they don't have a problem with family separation when we send our young men and women off to useless, needless battles around the world and their kids have to stay here without mom and dads. Those family separations seem to be all right because they put money into the warmongers' pockets of the world. Anyhow, let's go with this, okay? The Wall Street Journal. The White House seeks tighter grip on immigration policy. Trump is tired of all these people coming in and saying, you can't do this, all right? An administration official said, Mr. Trump recently told Stephen Miller, that would be this fine young 33-year-old Jewish fellow, one of his most hardline advisors, okay, you're in charge of the administration's immigration policy, all right? they're going nuts this morning. Let me show you number 8. And the only reason I take these shots is so you can see that this is the media outrage this morning. Now, I think it's anti-Semitic going after this young man. I don't understand it. I mean, I think it's anti-Semitic. I think it should be highlighted. This is a Jewish, 33-year-old Jewish young man that works for the President of the United States that they claim is anti-Semitic. They make fun on the President of the United States on Saturday Night Live. Anti-Semitic, I think, I tell you what, they're going to keep it up to the Jewish vote is going to move Republican. And I do think the Democrats have made a decision, just going to go out there while I'm on an ADD rant or whatever it is. I do think the Democrat Party has made a decision that they want to replace the Jewish vote in this country with illegal immigrants, Hispanics, Latinos, and blacks, and maybe women or whatever the case may be. They have the gay and lesbian community, the LBGTQ community, Latino. I think they actually are saying, you know what, we're going to push the Jewish vote over so we can cater to these other groups. They have Muslim vote, right? So it's just actually it's a bad day when we have this young man being attacked by the media the way he is being attacked, and nobody's calling it out for being anti-Semitic. Give me, I might have sent you some stuff twice there, and I'm sorry if I did. Let me see if I have one more. All right, I took about 15 of Stephen Miller. I don't think I sent you but a couple. Let me see, because I wanted to show all of the outrage this morning. But there you go. I showed you a couple of Stephen Miller. Now, family separation, okay? All right, family separation, and I got it here just a minute. Hold on. Give me number 15. This is going to be all day long, okay? Trump wants to bolster family separation. Trump pushed to reinstate family separations. Secretary Nielsen told him it would violate court orders, okay? So all Homeland Security was doing in a lot of ways was telling the President of the United States, okay, President of the United States, you can't do this, you can't do that. President's fed up with it. He's cleaning house. That's the bottom line. Now, we're going to come back, and we're going to talk about Bob Barr. Okay, the Attorney General, Bob Barr, is going to be testifying today. Here's the thing, is he's going to be testifying before a House Appropriations Subcommittee, okay? And appropriations is what asks the questions about your budget. Why do you need more officers? Why do you need more people in this department? Why do you need more cars? Why do you need more gas? Why do you need more of this? Why do you need more staplers, stationery? Why? It's appropriations. They're supposed to really drill down on these departments and their money. But there won't be any appropriations questions asked today. None. And that's what it's about. We'll talk about that. There's an article that I think if you get time, you want to check out. Now, it's on the dailymail.com, and it's on the dailymail.com, and this is the lead on the article. Secret Service agents say, good riddance. This is not being reported anywhere, okay? There is no one reporting this morning anywhere. And, you know, I don't know, because this is an exclusive on dailymail.com. Secret Service agents say good riddance to Director Alles, who proposed saving money by withdrawing protection of Trump's family, and was more interested in getting chummy with agents rather than fixing serious problems. Okay? So That's an exclusive on there. You need to get a chance to check that out. We're going to talk about Bob Barr when we get back, the Attorney General. A couple other things going on. Now let me say this, at 9 o'clock, we are going to have my 2019 Georgia post-Georgia legislative session interview with Georgia House Speaker David Ralston. Every year, the Speaker Ralston gives our station here an interview, and after the session, we talk about 12 or 13 bills that are going to the governor's desk. We talk about the voting machines. We talk about medical marijuana. We talk about the heartbeat bill, 481, the heartbeat bill, abortion bill. We talk about, I think it's HB 502, legislative leave. We get into that, and I ask questions on legislative leave, and we look into the new piece of legislation, if the governor signs it, that would make changes to that. We talk about school safety, a whole list of issues. We go through about 10 or 12 House bills, and so at 9 o'clock, we're going to have Georgia House Speaker David Ralston's post-legislative interview. So we're going to take a break right now. We'll come back, look a little further at the Secret Service situation, and then look a little further at that, and then Bob Barr, testimony today. I tell you what, I don't want you to play a drinking game with the word redact. I'm telling you, you'll be a stone cold drunk 5 days a week if you watch. If you get up in the morning, you say, you know what, if you're retired, you got nowhere to go, and you put a bottle on the table and you say, I'm going to turn on ABC, CBS, NBC, MSNBC. Every time I hear the word redact, I'm going to take a drink. I'm telling you what, you're going to be drunk, passed out, laying on the floor by 8:30, 9 o'clock in the morning, and wake up, dog licking your face. That's all I know. Take us to break.